Hello everyone, this is the Bitcoin Globe day 1333, I think. I'm having trouble remembering right now. I'm in the middle of a desert. It's really hot out here, but this is awesome. I love the mountains. It's very beautiful out here. Do some hiking, seeing a little bit of a new place every day, checking out different areas. Bitcoin's still on the rise. It's still hanging above $700, but the price is not as interesting to me as what's going on in the Bitcoin space, which like is in America. It's not, the news isn't so big in America. We have the elections going on. Everyone's really focused on the elections. They're missing the rocket though. Those that are focused too much on the elections, you have to focus a little bit on Bitcoin. I'm focusing quite a bit on it because it's interesting to me. I believe in the technology. I believe in the technology more than I do politics. So that's where I'm putting my attention is on Bitcoin. I feel like we benefit as a species by getting interested in Bitcoin and the value of Bitcoin and how Bitcoin could help move us away from our current corrupt financial institutions. I don't even want to call them corrupt. I want to call them outdated. Let's say they're not corrupt at all. They're just outdated. They need to be updated. And Bitcoin is here to help us do that. Bitcoin is here to help us update from this to a cashless society. I don't like holding cash. It just doesn't feel right to me. It's old and gross, to be honest. Like, I don't like touching it. Maybe that sounds weird that I don't like to touch cash, but it's dirty. I mean, it's been, who knows how many hands a dollar bills pass through. Quite a few. Not everybody's watched, blah, blah, blah. We won't get into that. I feel like cash is dirty. I don't want to use cash. And I also don't really want to use any fiat type currency. I want to use my Bitcoins. Actually, I'm happy to use any currency, but I would like to save in Bitcoins. So I don't mind spending dollars. I don't mind having them, but I want to save my savings. I want to be my savings in Bitcoin. My core wealth, I want it to come from Bitcoin, and then I could turn that Bitcoin to whatever I need to sustain myself. And I recommend that you invest in one Bitcoin. I'm not an investment advisor. I feel just this is just based off my limited experience of studying Bitcoin for the past 2 years. Every day, basically, I read the news and watch the videos. You can do the same. Go back in time and watch them all. Catch up with the news and the highs and the lows. The There have been drops. There could be drops in the future. I don't feel like the drops are going to be what we're going to be seeing much of now, but who knows what's going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen? It could go up to 1 million, because who knows what's going to happen. It could go up to at least $10,000, the value of Bitcoin, when India and China and Africa, maybe not so much Africa, but the countries that have easy access to internet and are skipping the current banking infrastructure with all the wasted paper, and it's an outdated system that we don't need anymore, and we're updating it now with the blockchain and with Bitcoin type technologies. Bitcoin's the first mover. I've read the Satoshi Nakamoto white paper. It's a beautiful paper. I've also read some other white papers. Nakamoto's white paper takes the cake. It's probably not just one person. My theory on Bitcoin now has kind of changed a bit. I do think it's definitely more than one person, and I feel like it is people that have come into the spotlight as being Satoshi Nakamoto, but not one of them, not one individual of them has taken credit for it. So it's probably a group of people, and not one of them wants to take full credit for it. Maybe some of the other ones don't even want to admit to it at all. So that's the update with Bitcoin. I don't know, take a look at the news today. There's a lot of different news coming out that's very interesting and could change your perspective on Bitcoin. I talked to Bitcoin to basically about not everyone, but the majority of the people I come across, I talk to them about Bitcoin because I feel like it could